Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you're all very well. Today we're going to be covering an important section of the theory test, which is essential documents. And yes, it is essential. Whether you're studying for your theory test or whether you've already passed your driving test, it makes no difference. A quick revision on this subject is always recommended. Here in the UK, documents are vital. Not having the correct documents can land you in court with heavy fines and even a criminal record. So let's get started with this section. So there are 25 questions on this topic, and I intend to go through all 25 of them. So the first question I've got is, what does it mean if your insurance has an excess of £500? So here's the answers. A, the insurance company will pay you the first £500 of a claim. B, you will be paid £500 if you don't claim within 1 year. And C, your vehicle is insured for a value of £500 if it is stolen. And D, you will have to pay the first £500 of the cost of any claim. So, what does it mean if your insurance policy has an excess of £500? The correct answer is D. So the excess is the first part of what you need to pay. Most insurance companies will have an excess. So if you were to have an accident and let's say you caused £400 of damage to your vehicle, then you will be responsible for paying the whole £400. Basically, any damage up to £500, you are responsible for paying. However, if you cause damage, let's say £5,000, then you're still only responsible for paying the first £500. The insurance company will pay the remaining £4,500. So let's move on to question 2. You've just passed your first practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years? So you've passed your driving test, and if you get 6 or more penalty points, what will you have to do? The answers: A, retake only your theory test. B, retake your theory and your practical driving tests. C, retake only your practical test. Or D, reapply for your full license immediately. Any ideas? Well, the correct answer is B, retake your theory and your practical driving test again. So yes, if you were to get 6 or more penalty points, then you need to take both your theory and your practical tests. There's a list of the points that you can get for certain offences on the government website, but generally speaking, you get 3 points for going over the speed limit, traffic lights, certain parking penalties, for example, stopping on zigzag lines, and you get 6 points for mobile phone offences. Speeding can also go up to 6 points, and well, that's quite a lot of them there. I'm not going to go through them all. Okay, question number 3. What is a cover note? A, is it a document issued before you'd receive your driving license? Or B, is it a document issued before you receive your insurance certificate? C, is it a document before you receive your registration document? Or D, is it a document issued before you receive your MOT certificate? The correct answer is B. It's a document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. Just as a matter of interest, before you receive your driving license, you get a pass certificate. So the examiner will give you a pass certificate, and that is what you will be given. And you'll be able to show that to the police if you were stopped. Before you receive your registration document, when you sell your vehicle or when you buy a vehicle, you're normally given by the seller or the buyer a green slip, and that will be your evidence. There is nothing given to you before you receive your MOT certificate. You basically take your MOT, you take your car to the MOT station, and if it's passed, you get the issue of the certificate immediately on the spot. So let's move on to the next question. Question 4. What is a statutory off-road notification, otherwise known as a SORN? Is it A, a notification to tell DVSA that a vehicle doesn't have a current MOT? B, information kept by the police about the owner of a vehicle? C, notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle isn't being used on the road? Or information held by insurance companies to check a vehicle is insured? Well, it cannot be B and it cannot be D, because that's information. The question says, what is a notification, such statutory off-road notification? So A and C are notifications. The correct answer is C, a notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle isn't being used on the road. Remember, it does say statutory off-road notification, so the vehicle is off the road. If you don't know the answer, take a wild guess. You still have a possibility of getting it right. Question number 5. When will a new car need its first MOT test? A, when it's 1 year old. B, when it's 3 years old. C, when it's 5 years old. Or D, when it's 7 years old. The correct answer is B, when it's 3 years old. And it's not 3 years old when you, so the age of the car does not start from when you buy it. So if you bought a car which is 5 years old and you say, well, I've only had the car for 1 year, it doesn't need an MOT certificate. It does not work like that. It's the time starts from when the car is first put on the road. So if you bought a car which is 5 years old, that will need an MOT certificate immediately. Question number 6. Who is legally responsible for ensuring that a vehicle registration certificate, in other words, the V5C, is updated? Is it the registered keeper? Is it the insurance company, the vehicle manufacturer, or the licensing authority? The correct answer is A, the registered vehicle keeper. So if it's your vehicle, you are the registered keeper of it. It is your responsibility to ensure that it is kept up to date. For example, your name is correct. If you've changed your name, you need to notify DVLA. If you've changed your address, again, you need to notify DVLA. Question number 7. How long is a statutory off-road notification, in other words, the SORN, valid? Is it A, until the vehicle is taxed, sold, or scrapped? B, until the vehicle is insured and MOT'd? C, until the vehicle is repaired or modified? Or is it D, until the vehicle is used on the road? The correct answer is A, until the vehicle is either taxed, or it's sold, or it is scrapped, either one of them. Okay, let's move on to question 8. When must you contact the driver and vehicle licensing agency? In other words, the DVLA. Is it A, when you get a parking ticket, B, when you change your vehicle, C, when you use your vehicle for work, or D, when the vehicle's insurance is due? Well, the correct answer is B, when you change your vehicle. Bear in mind, as the registered keeper, you are responsible for informing DVLA of any changes. For example, change of name, change of address, change of vehicle. If you get a parking ticket, well, you need to either pay the fine or you need to appeal. There's no other choices. If you use your vehicle for work, then you need to notify the insurance company, because some insurance companies will say, okay, your vehicle is insured for social, domestic and pleasure purposes. Or they may say the vehicle is now insured for social, domestic and pleasure and from commuting to and from work. Question number 9. What does third-party insurance cover? A, damage to your vehicle. B, damage to other vehicles. C, injury to yourself. Or D, all damage and injury. The correct answer is B, damage to other vehicles. Third party is not you, it's the other party. So it will cover damage to other vehicles, other property, other people. If you want cover for your own vehicle, then you need to take comprehensive insurance, fully comprehensive insurance. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. A police officer asks to see your documents. You don't have them with you. How many days do you have to produce them at a police station? The correct answer is 7. In the UK, you do not need to keep your driver's license or any other documents with you. Like in Europe, you do need to keep the documents, especially your driving license, with you. Here, if you are stopped by the police, you are allowed 7 days to show your documents at any police station of your choice. Okay, question number 11. What must you have when you apply to renew your vehicle tax? So what do you need before you can renew your tax, your vehicle tax? A, valid insurance. B, the vehicle's chassis number. C, the handbook. Or D, a valid driving license. Well, I can tell you that the correct answer is A, you need valid insurance. Without the insurance, you will not be able to renew your road tax. A driving license, you do not need a full license. As a matter of fact, you do not even need a learner's license. You do not even need a provisional license. You don't even need any license at all. So I could be the owner of the vehicle and the driver could be somebody else. But bear in mind, the owner of the vehicle, the registered keeper, is responsible for notifying DVLA of any changes. For example, change of address, change of vehicle, change of name. Question number 12. Your car needs an MOT certificate. When is it legal to drive it without an MOT certificate? A, up to 7 days after the old certificate has run out. B, when driving to an MOT centre to arrange an MOT. C, when driving the car with the owner's permission. Or D, when driving to an appointment at an MOT centre. The correct answer is D. So if you're driving to an appointment that you have already booked at the MOT station and you're driving there, you do not need an MOT certificate. If you stop by the police and you have an appointment at the station, that is fine. B is tricky because it says you're driving to arrange an appointment. You can't drive to arrange an appointment. You need to have the appointment pre-booked on the phone, online, before driving to it. Yeah, and A and C definitely out the window. Let's move on to question 13. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? A, they must display green L plates. B, they must have a new photograph taken for their driving license, for their full license. C, they must be accompanied on their first motorway journey. Or D, they must have valid motor insurance. The correct answer is D. They must have valid motor insurance. The penalties for not having motor insurance is very, very high, extremely high. So you don't even want to think about that. It's nice to have L plates, green L plates, but it's not compulsory. And yes, if you've passed your driving test, you've changed a little bit, you might think, you know what, I need a new photograph. But again, it's not compulsory. And yes, it's a lovely idea to have to be accompanied on your first motorway journey. But again, it's not compulsory. Question 14. Your insurer will issue you with an insurance certificate. When must you produce this certificate for inspection? A, when making a SORN, that's statutory off-road notification for your information. B, when buying or selling a vehicle. C, when a police officer asks for it. Or D, when your vehicle is having an MOT. Well, the correct answer is C, when the police asks to see your MOT certificate, it must be produced. And if you do not have it, you have 7 days to produce it at a police station of your choice. When making a SORN notification, you do not need insurance, you don't need anything. It just means that your vehicle is off the road. It's just a notification. When you're buying and selling a vehicle, even if you have insurance, you'll have to cancel it when you sell it to the new person. They'll have to get their own. If you're buying a car, you don't actually have to have the insurance to buy it, but if you are going to drive it, you need to make sure that you're insured. Question number 15. What circumstances require you to notify the driver and vehicle licensing agency, in other words, the DVLA? A, when your health affects your driving. B, when you lend your vehicle to someone. C, when you have to work abroad. Or D, when your vehicle needs an MOT certificate. So when do you need to notify DVLA? Well, the correct answer is A, when your health affects your driving. There's a list of conditions, so you don't need to notify DVLA of anything on everything. If you've got a cold, you can't drive for a few days, you do not need to notify them. It's basically conditions that last over 3 months, but there is a list of conditions on the government website. what information is found on a vehicle registration document? This is question 16. What information is found on a vehicle registration document? A, the registered keeper. B, the type of insurance cover. C, the vehicle, the service history. Or D, the date of the MOT. Well, the correct answer is A. The vehicle registration document has the registered keeper's details, their name and their address. The insurance cover is not there, as the insurance has to be renewed every year, or, well, you can even get insurance, even daily insurance. So that's not the, you can't basically be notifying DVLA every single day if you've got daily insurance. And the service history is not there, and nor is the MOT details. Question number 17. What is the legal minimum insurance cover you must have to drive on public roads? Is it A, third party fire and theft? B, comprehensive? C, third party only? Or D, personal injury cover? Well, the correct answer is C, third party only. Now, bear in mind, third party covers damage to the third party, to somebody else, not your property, not yourself, but it covers damage to another vehicle, another person's property, or another person. So that type of insurance is compulsory. Just for your information, third party fire and theft is the same as third party insurance, but they will also cover your vehicle if it is caught on fire or if the vehicle is stolen. Comprehensive, that's the full cover. It's the highest level of cover. It'll cover damage to your vehicle as well as another person's vehicle. And personal injury is just personal injury. They will not cover the vehicle at all. So, question number 18. In order to supervise a learner driver, you need to have held a full driving license for the same category of vehicle for at least 3 years. What other requirement must be met? A, to have a car with dual controls. B, to be at least 21 years old. C, to be an approved driving instructor. Or D, to hold an advanced driving certificate. Well, the correct answer is B. You need to be at least 21 years of age. It doesn't matter if the vehicle has got dual controls or not, even though it's a bonus, and you don't have to learn to drive from a driving instructor, even though it's the best way because they're really qualified to teach you. They know the syllabus. You can learn to drive with your friend, family, or anybody else as long as they're over the age of 21 and had their full license for over 3 years. And they don't even have to hold an advanced driving certificate either. Okay, question number 19. When must your vehicle have valid insurance cover? A, before you make a SORN. B, before you sell your vehicle. C, before you can scrap the vehicle. Or D, before you can tax the vehicle. Well, C is definitely out the window, because if you're going to scrap the vehicle, then you don't definitely need insurance for it. The correct answer is D. Before you can tax your vehicle, you need insurance in order to tax the vehicle. Remember, SORN is an off-road notification, so you do not need insurance to make a SORN off-road notification. And if you're selling the vehicle, then it's the other person's responsibility to insure the vehicle. Question number 20. Your car needs to pass an MOT test. What may be invalidated if you drive the car without a current MOT certificate? A, the vehicle service record. B, the vehicle insurance. C, the vehicle tax. Or D, the vehicle registration document. The correct answer is B, the vehicle insurance. If you're driving without an MOT certificate, then the insurance company can turn around and say, you know what, your insurance is not valid. And as I said earlier, driving without no insurance is very, very serious. If you smash somebody's car, you cause £5,000 damage, £10,000, £50,000, then you will become responsible for paying that damages. And if you injure somebody, then, well, we don't even want to talk about that, do we? Okay, question number 21. When should you update your vehicle registration certificate? A, when you pass your driving test. B, when you move home. C, when your vehicle needs an MOT. Or D, when you have a collision. Well, I can tell you it's not D, because when you have a collision, you need to inform your insurance company. The correct answer is B, when you move home, when you move your house. Remember, as a registered keeper, you need to inform DVLA if there's any changes, such as your name, your address, and of course, if you change your vehicle. When you pass your driving license, when you pass your driving test, you don't have a vehicle registration certificate. You only get that once you've bought a vehicle. So the vehicle registration certificate is basically you registering the car that you've bought. Question number 22. What must you check before you drive someone else's vehicle? A, that the vehicle owner has third-party insurance cover. B, that your own vehicle has insurance cover. C, that the vehicle is insured for you to drive. D, that the insurance documents are in the vehicle. Now, we know it's not D because I've mentioned that I mentioned that that in the UK, you are not required to have your documents with you. If you are stopped by the police, they will give you 7 days to produce your documents. So it's not D. The correct answer is C. The vehicle is insured for you to drive. If you drive anyone else's car, before you drive it, you need to make sure that that vehicle is insured for you to drive. In a lot of European countries, they insure the vehicle and anybody and everybody can drive it. But here in the UK, the vehicle is insured and also individual people. Some people have named driver insurance, which means anyone they name can drive the vehicle. Other people have any driver over 25 is insured, or any driver over 30 will be insured. For example, driving schools, we have any driver at all. So any driver over the age of 17, even 16, provided they hold a license, is insured to drive. So you need to check. Also, just as a matter of interest, if you've got your own insurance, sometimes your insurance will allow you to drive another car not belonging to you, but will only cover you third party. So you do need to check that with your insurance company. Let's move on to question number 23. When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? Is it A, when you're under 25 years old? B, when you don't wear glasses? C, when you pass your driving test first time, or D, when you complete the Pass Plus course? Well, I can tell you that the answer is D, when you complete a Pass Plus course. The Pass Plus is a course of 6 hours that is provided by some driving instructors. It's a scheme that came out a long time ago, and a lot of insurance companies used to take part in it. However, unfortunately these days, not many insurance companies offer the Pass Plus discount. So if your driving instructor does say to you, yeah, let's do the Pass Plus, I would advise you, it's a good scheme to do, but don't do it just because you think you're going to get a big discount on your insurance. Check with the insurance company first. Question number 24. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? A, an appropriate driving license. B, breakdown cover. C, proof of your identity. D, a vehicle handbook. The correct answer is A, the appropriate driving license. So it can be a provisional driving license, provided you're meeting the conditions for that license, i.e. someone is supervising you, or it can be a full driving license. It's nice to have breakdown cover, but it's not compulsory. Proof of identity, as I said, in the UK, you do not need physically any documents with you. You need all the documents, but they don't have to be physically with you. Question number 25. What is a maximum fine for driving or riding without insurance? Well, is it A, I mean, you should know this by now, is it A, unlimited, B, £500, C, £1,000, or D, £5,000? Well, the correct answer is A. It's unlimited because, as I said, it's a very, very serious offence. If you injured somebody, you are responsible for that injury. And if that person cannot work for the rest of their life, the judge can order you to sell your house to pay for their compensation, basically. So insurance is most important, very important. Never, ever, ever take the risk of driving without insurance. Okay, let's move on to question number 26. How long is an MOT certificate normally valid? A, 3 years after the date it was issued. B, 10,000 miles. C, 1 year after the date it was first issued. Or D, 30,000 miles. Well, I can tell you that the correct answer is C, 1 year after the date was issued. The reason why it says normally, because if your insurance is going to expire, let's say if your MOT is going to expire next week and you get the MOT done today, they'll add the extra days on to your MOT certificate. So if you've got your MOT done 4 days earlier than usual, then your MOT will be valid for 1 year and the 4 days. The last question of the day, question number 27. Who is responsible for paying the vehicle tax, the road tax in other words? Is it A, the driver of the vehicle? Is it B, the registered keeper of the vehicle? Is it C, the car dealer? Or D, the driver and vehicle licensing agency, the DVLA? Well, the correct answer is B, the registered keeper of the vehicle. It's your vehicle, you're the registered keeper and you are legally responsible for the vehicle. DVLA, I wish they were responsible for it, but they're taking no responsibilities. If you buy a brand new car, the car dealer will tax the vehicle for you, will get the vehicle tax, but you're still paying for it. You are paying the car dealer to tax the vehicle. It cannot be the driver because the car can have several drivers. But remember, the insurance, if the car has several drivers, each driver needs to make sure that they are insured for driving the vehicle. Well, that brings the vehicle documents to an end. I really hope that you benefited from this video. If you have, then please give it the thumbs up, like the video, and of course, consider sharing it with at least one person, because sharing the video will help expand the channel and enable me to make more videos for you. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.